My own person. It's a long story. We'll get to my own personal Jesus. Wait, but there's a trinity of them. Not just one Jesus. Not just two. But three. Okay, one of them I'm keeping. I mean, regardless, like, I don't know when people decided to make Jesus cute, but, I can't really argue with that. So I'll put you right here on top of this Leo the Lion. Not to be confused with Pope Leo or an August 14th Leo Zodiac. But anyway, one of these is for Vanya Kepke. I just got to mail it to him. Like, hey, I got a little Jesus for you. This is from Queen of Peace in Oconto. And then I have one more Jesus for somebody that needs a cute Jesus in their life. Because she said, I was just going to take two. And she said, here, take three at Trinity. So I got a third Jesus for somebody who needs a Jesus. Good Lord, what a day. So I went with one of my friends who is a very unique and I think in a lot of ways honorable means of survival, a living, work, whatever you want to call it. Because, I mean, he does scrap stuff and antiquing stuff, but if I had to, like, explain what he does, is like shit that people are just going to throw away, he finds it a new home or a new purpose and then takes sometimes a cut, so depending on whatever, if to for lack of a better whatever, I would say like a professional super recycler, because it's important. Like if people are just going to throw things, that you don't want them to end up in a junkyard, right? So I don't know, for lack of a better way to explain it, but I went with him to now I got I don't know where to put this shit. Dickinson's. Oh, Davidson's Printing in Oconto, and I'm a history buff, so we were there to, well, I was there just to tag along, but he was there to look at some old printing presses, like from the 1900s, and there's a whole story. This guy like had a dream, because when he was a kid, he had a little toy printing press, and then he tucked money away just in case, and whatever. He ended up buying this business in Oconto in '75, so like 2 years before I was born, and did commercial printing. So, and a lot of the printing, so like the local businesses, nonprofits, churches, McChickeny players. There was a bunch of that, but it was really fascinating. But he's older now, and I don't know if the business is sold, but like all the stuff's going. But that was the point of going, and it's been a while since I've been in Oconto, knowing I was going to be in Oconto, so I went and saw Rachel Porth, because, well, it's been a while since I've seen people, like, in general. So, Queen of Peace isn't in the same place that it once was, but, then again, neither am I, and then again, neither are a lot of things. Like, there's been a lot of changes, but I went there primarily to get a hug and buy a couple crystals, and came out with a lot more than that. And I don't just mean like in the physical, I mean like metaphorically, spiritually, and whatever. Like it's just something to be said when you could just be like, why? Because God, and like you're what a lot of people would consider a freaking raging heathen, even though you're really not, but whatever and whatever. But yeah, whatever. So yeah. Oh God, now it's starting to smell more like the old place in Oconto, and more like Rachel's shop, and more. Like I was just telling my friend that like if there would have been like proper air conditioning there, and certain other things, that place wouldn't have been so bad. Oconto's a beautiful place, but then again, so is Menominee, so is Marinette, in its own weird way. So is Green Bay. But anyway, but yeah, I had to grab this. This was a paper. This was like in the newspaper about him and his wife and basically the history. And his wife, here as I'm recording this from Menominee, Michigan, his wife, Jean Anderson, was from Menominee, Michigan. So I'm going to have to put in the tags, and people are going to quite know. Maybe I'll have to try to remember to put this in the description. Menominee and Oconto and Wisconsin and like whatever. But yeah, she was from Menominee. And I'm not sure if he was from, always from whatever. But yeah, that was on 205 Superior Ave. They purchased the business from Eunice in the late Bill Lune in 75. Printing has long been a part of Doc's life. Yeah, everybody calls him Doc. I don't know why. But I know when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, it's Back to the Future printing press. So I felt bad because, like, he's an older gentleman. And, like, I have my health shit. And I don't like, I mean, I still can kind of do some stuff. But I know that someday I won't. And, like, this was an entire life and legacy. And now it's, people are talking about potentially scrapping some of the equipment, and it made me feel some kind of way. So I don't know. I don't want to cry. Like, I don't even know the person. I mean, I just met him, but I mean, such is life, right? The wheel of life always turns, but it's just kind of sad. And again, he didn't like print newspapers necessarily. He did commercial printing, but still, that's an important means of whatever. And he had certain things. It's like, even if it's just marketing, because I've done marketing and activism with the internet, like the internet and computers. That's like the modern printing press, right? And someday all that's going to go away. It's already kind of starting to. Like what I once did is like fading to AI. I'm trying to keep up with that, but I guess, I don't know. It's corny. That's not even what I wanted to record the video about, but now that it's up here, and now that I'm in Menominee, again, this was a, let's see, he returned to Nina Printing. Oh, there's a lot here. Maybe I'll scan it, but, oh, while serving in Germany. Jean Anderson of Menominee, Michigan. She worked part-time. So this particular article, this was like from 1998 or 1980 something. So it's, the business has been around in Oconto for a really long time. Printing company. I don't know. I just think it's fantastic. I mean, not that everything's whatever, but the history and preserving it. Anyway, I digress. Let me get back to what I was talking about, Rachel and Queen of Peace, and just kind of my day. Oh yeah. Unrelated to anything else, this is very, very important. Oh, I'm like, my spoon came. And just like that, there was a spoon. So, there's a story behind this spoon. I personally find the stories add value to things, but maybe people don't see that. But everything's a story in the end, right? But this is a happy spoon from Real Good Soup or something. What is it? Proper good soup. And there is no spoon. The first thing to remember, there is no spoon. But look at it. I mean, it says happy spoon, happy you. And it was a free spoon, but this was a thing that it wasn't even certified, but they treated it like a certified package. On the packaging, now this came from a thing that's called, it's a proper good, right? But gold, it says RR Gold 3PL Regal. I don't know if that was a gold, I don't know, but that was on the actual address. But because it said gold on it, it doesn't really have anything to do with whatever. But even though it wasn't certified, like they treated this package with care as if it was gold being shipped. In the meantime, there's a slip in my thing. I wasn't expecting anything because I forgot that this just came free. Like for buying a brand of soup, you scan a QR code and they send you a free fucking spoon and you don't even have to pay shipping and handling. They just send it to you. And it's a fucking awesome spoon. And I mean, the person who has been kind of helping me out and getting me places here and there, right? He probably knows that I was buying a little bit of silverware from St. Vincent de Paul, not to flip it, but because I didn't have any freaking silverware here. So, literally last time I was at St. Vincent de Paul, I bought the only spoon that they had that wasn't like a teeny spoon, because I only had otherwise 2 spoons, which on a normal day is okay, but I don't know, long story. But anyway, it came. But here because I had just this, I don't know where the paper went, but I had a thing, it was like a little thing, and I thought that I got some certified package. I'm like, oh my God, is the IRS like suing me? Like, because like I thought it was a certified package out of Texas, because a lot of times getting certified mail out of Texas, it's like some kind of legal fucking or financial something. I was like panicking. And then I called the post office, so I knew ahead of time, because once the carrier got back, he felt the package. He's like, it feels like a spoon. I'm like, I know what that is. But now, hey, now that I got something back from the post office, I forgot to do it today, but next time my friend's able to, I'll have him take me to the post office, because now that I got that little card, now I have a means to prove my address above and beyond. I mean, I have my thing, but it's not really like your traditional rent certificate, but I think I have a means to like actually get my proper good address change going on. Proper address change. But yeah, a spoon. And just like that, break out. But yeah. So that has nothing to do with my trip, but kind of. She gave me all kinds of like herbal type remedies, but like they're all just like slightly past expiration date, but like that doesn't matter for like a garlic extract or like probably bitter melon. That's the stuff he gave me. That little spray thing that. But and I was gonna buy these. She just gave them to me, but I finally now have to put them all back because I lost a lot of my stuff. I mean, some of it made it here. Oh, I should have told her, like, that I've lost a lot of my crystals, and I forget what this was, but this was a little piece. This was when I've lived in Oconto before. It's a little piece of something that she had given me, a blue stone, but this actually got saved. A lot of the other stuff didn't. Even my, well, things that I just replaced today didn't quite make it. I mean, some of the stuff did. So, that's my peridot that I got up there. But peridot, those little tiny pieces of peridot aren't really good for like heart chakra stuff. So now I finally got a green advertine again. Hooray. And a pyrite, because you can't be a Leo without a pyrite. I don't think you can. Or without a tiger's eye. And so there you go. That doesn't have anything to do with Pope Leo, unless it does. In a roundabout weird way. I guess my point is everything's probably connected, right? I still got some cleaning ups to do in here, but I'm kind of sad I did, because it's a dollar store in Oconto, the $1.25 store, but in Menominee they had like $5 candles for $1, and I went to the one they had like $3 ones for $1, so I picked up a couple, but I needed some more candles. I'll have to light that now that I'm back here. It was gone. We were gone pretty much all morning until early afternoon. Oh yeah. That all being said, it's been a pretty incredible day, and it was really nice to see. It was really nice to see people in person and like get hugs and more hugs and more hugs. And I'm glad that my friend kicked cancer's ass, because fuck cancer. Seriously, cancer can fuck off. You know who else says that? Jesus says that. Oh, my Jesus. All the Jesuses say that in unison. The Trinity of Jesuses that is going up in here. But no, seriously, I don't want to create too much of a quantum weird thing with too many a Trinity of Jesuses with a Torah and a Kabbalah shit. So, one Jesus is probably enough. Oh, this one doesn't have as much yellow. Look at that. I had just noticed that, like, the yellow band, but either way, it still says, make sure it says the same thing. No, Jesus loves you, and there's a little heart. Okay, there we go, put that one. Although this one's got kind of more libertarian colors, so I don't know, I'll have to think about which Jesus I'm going to keep, but my point was one of them has to go to Vanya, and then I don't know. A little rubber. Best story of capitalism ever told. Not kidding. It's the truth. You want to know the truth? That's part of the truth. It is basic human nature, right? Brand. It's a brand. I mean, regardless of what anybody thinks, it's a brand. You know, part of how I know that? Because at least part of the Torah, as far as I'm aware, is like copyright, or like certain versions of it is like copyrighted stuff. I don't know, it's a thing. But anyway, that's my video. I'm still alive. It's been an amazing day. It's good to be out there networking again. And I hope that a proper home can be found for that man's legacy, for a good price for everybody involved, if anybody involved, if that makes any sense. Because, I mean, the stuff's got to be moved, but I hope that, I don't know, I just hope it doesn't get scrapped, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, so that's my video. And yeah, and that's my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. Peace, of light, and kittens. Later days.